All right, we're live.
Okay, let's go ahead and call the meeting to order. Let's do the pledge of allegiance. The pledge of allegiance to the flag
of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Need a motion to approve the agenda for the budget review and finalization.
I'll make that motion. I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Motion carries. So, Stan, I'm gonna go ahead and turn it over to you then.
Okay. Y'all got your budget worksheets?
Yes, which is the latest date on that? I had a couple of different dates.
Well, we're gonna be going through all of them anyway,
Okay,
so.
okay.
The one with the total income 238,704 is the
The
latest.
latest, okay, that's what I was asking. Alrighty.
Okay, we have, on the top, the gross revenue. And, well, I got that, 173,704. I got that total based on the, innkeeper's tax 2024. We don't know the total of 2025 yet, so, so you use the previous. And then the second line is the interest income. I went through some, since we put money into the Indiana Trust, I got that $12,000 for, let's see. The 4 CDs coming due in October. I've got it estimated, the interest off of that from those Edward Jones CDs will be $6,000, which is $1,500. And this is a low estimate because we won't know what it is until they actually send us a check, you know, with the money we have in plus the interest. But I have $1,500 for each of them, which is $6,000. And then Indiana Trust, it's coming in each month over $600, between $600 and $700. So I put that down to $600 a month, which is $7,200. The GAB account, 1701, it's still getting interest, but it's going to be, I average about $65 a month from that. Just what the balance is what we get, but I've got $780. So if you take a total $780 plus the Indiana Trust $7,200 plus the Edward Jones $6,000, I've got a total of $13,980. And to be on the conservative side, I said, just say we're going to get about $12,000 a month. I mean, annually.
I got all excited there for a minute.
In
Would that be
the
nice?
CDs, don't we have about all together, putting everything all together, about $400,000?
Yeah, I'll have to, I knew I was gonna need this. Counting the innkeeper's tax, as of August the 31st, I don't have Edward Jones's totals yet, but I kind of averaged it at, let me get my glasses here. Balance left in there with those 4 CDs is 130,348. So basically, our ending balance, and this is the real time here, $462,381.76.
What was the sense? How much?
$462,381.76. Each month, we're gaining, from July to August, we gained $12,765.10.
Eventually, all of that money will be put into the Indiana account.
When the CDs come due in next month,
Right,
then all that will go into our German American 1701 account, and then Wes will take that sum and put it in Indiana Trust.
and then the Indiana Trust is earning what, about 4%?
4.31 right now.
Well, if you take $400,000 times 4,
Yeah,
it's gonna get you closer to
Yeah.
$16,000-17,000 in interest. So we might be a little short here on that, for next year, if that continues, as we're looking.
yeah. But, so knowing all that, what do you think, 12,000? Because if we have 2026 earned interest, if we have that amount, $13,980. So, and if you say 17, well, that's more than the 13,000 I just told you about. So, but we don't, we may take money out of it for something or whatever. Indiana Trust is like, it's a checking account, but it earns a high yield, 4.31. And so if we, need money out of that, then we would just have to Wes would transfer from
So the
Indiana
question,
Trust to our
the
GAB.
question is the 12,000 interest income a viable number? Is that the question?
Yeah,
I think it's a good conservative number, and it gives us some leeway to utilize those funds if
Right.
something comes up, if, that an opportunity arises that we want to take advantage of. That way we're covered, I think.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a minimum, the way it looks to me, even if we use money, so I think that's a good number as well.
I agree.
Okay, we'll use that one.
yeah. And the next line below is additionals, which means above and beyond our budget. If we put that to 0, okay, then we're gonna come up with a negative balance. And we can't come up with a negative balance coming next year, but we can use money out of our, what we have in our account now. So do you all understand that, $53,000?
Yes.
Okay, the directors, personnel is directors, it's at 62.5. We, in our committee meeting, that's what we came up with, 62.5. So that's not set in stone. I mean, all of us have to vote on this budget, so it's a slight increase for next year.
Correct. Okay,
and here's the hard part, the operating expenses. I have the checks for $700. I just went back through the old checking account and seeing what we spent for stuff, and that was the only way I could come up with.
Did you
An
grab the
estimate.
exact number, or did you estimate it upwards a little bit?
I don't know.
The
I don't
old,
remember. I'm at that point, because that was about 6 months ago. I
the old,
come up with those.
I don't know the last time we ordered checks, and we don't need this nonprofit checks anymore. And there were several from the commission that he asked.
I would think 700 would be God's plenty for.
Oh, yeah.
check.
I'd say that's
I would
probably a
knock it
little
down,
high,
yeah.
really. I think it's a little, I go with conservative figures, so it's a little high. So if we're only spend 500, then,
Are we good with the 700?
yes, I guess. Subscriptions, I got $75. Perry County News. Got the Ferdinand News at $100. If someone
What
doesn't,
is that?
I don't know.
The Ferdinand News is $100 a year.
I think that is coming off, it shouldn't be there.
Is it?
We've never subscribed to their news, but we have paid for, like the Schweitzer
An ad.
Fest. Yes.
Yeah,
the
Advertising,
ads.
yeah,
That should
that's-
be an advertising.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
that shouldn't be there. So that one can be Xed out.
Oh, you mean, you would just make that advertising stand?
What's that?
Well, I think it's already in there under advertising.
Okay, gotcha.
Okay, so that comes out.
Sturgeon News comes out.
Okay, and then the Tri-State Mailing System Printer contract. I think we need to get our own printer.
I don't disagree, and I think Eric will agree, because we are not able to utilize it to the full capacity, because we don't have passwords and stuff. The only thing Eric and I can do is shoot off that old computer, if we can get it in there, correct?
Is that due to the subscription? I mean, I got on there and was trying to, and the other thing I could do is try to hook my computer up with a cable and then link to it or whatever. But I mean, is that something they could look into, or do we want to just say we're just going to get our
I
own?
don't think we need to look into it. I think we need to get our own printer. We don't print a whole lot of stuff.
No.
And why would we pay that for that? So,
Do we have a?
so we need to cancel that contract.
I have not found one, but there supposedly is one.
But you talked to them, right, Aaron?
No, I've not talked to
I
anyone at the
thought you
printer
gave them
company.
numbers or something just recently.
I have no contact with
Okay.
whoever operates that printer or anything.
Would you, Eric, get in contact with them somehow,
Sure.
find the number and tell them we want to cancel that contract?
Who's it with?
Tri-State,
Tri-State Mailing System.
I think that's out of Jasper, isn't it?
I think in the past, we've been spending
Owensboro.
money on stuff that we really
Owensboro.
shouldn't be spending it on, but.
what are you primarily printing? I mean, is it just black and white stuff, or what is it?
Yeah, I've got a little bit, like I've got, these, I print quite a bit, I guess. I've got some of these quotes for the drone and this and that, but it's nothing. I might get some card stock and do a bunch of
Sure.
If we get a good quality printer, it would pay for itself in
I agree.
Yeah.
2
Well, and
years.
from a marketing aspect, we print proofs.
And if we had
it's-
a
it's
bunch to print
important
out,
for
we
us
could
to
always
have this.
just
I mean, I'll
contract
just
out
use
with
this as,
somebody.
I'll just use this as an example. This is, a part of our brochure.
Uh-huh.
And,
Yeah.
I have a problem with printing that at my home. I don't think it's necessary. I think
No way you shouldn't
yeah.
Yeah.
use your own
Yes,
personal
exactly.
anyway to print, because that becomes expensive.
Yes, it's very, this is 32 pages.
But
And that's just
you
the
can
first
get
run.
that, yeah, and, I think we should try to,
So the one thing I don't
get her
know,
own printer, a
Yeah.
quality printer that,
It needs to have a scanner. Does that have fax capabilities too? I don't
I
even
mean, I
know.
imagine it does, but
I've never, you just zip in and press the button, make a copy, and then I'm
Yeah.
out, And I always have to ask for help.
I think it's something I need to look into, just because I honestly don't know like what we're paying for and what we're getting versus if we bought our own standalone.
well, the thing is, our time is out. We either put it in the budget or we don't.
I will
Put it
say
in
this,
budget.
that there's nothing, the only thing I think we're paying right now is copies. They send us the ink to replace it, which we've had a box sitting there for a year. And it still is not asking us to replace it. So as far as I
That's huge.
don't know where this contract is. I have not located that.
Do we
When you
get billed
call them-
monthly for that?
We get billed quarterly. So that was the one that was like 10 cents or $1.10. Yeah, those, it's quarterly. Whatever paper we use, that will go up now that Eric's in there. But every 3 months, we give them a number of how many black and white and how many color copies. And they charge us accordingly per copy.
Oh, really?
Is that their printer?
Yeah.
You gave them numbers,
Yes.
Eric.
That
As
is-
far as I know, yes.
As far as we know,
Well,
that is,
I was probably right after you
I'm not,
started. I don't know.
you very well may have passed something like that along in that first 2 months span of getting a lot passed
Eric.
along. But-
It's
here's
okay.
what you need to find out, if that is their printer.
Okay,
So we can't stop the contract until we actually get a printer, just for
Right.
2026.
yeah,
So we got 3 months.
so we do
to,
have a little bit of
Well,
time.
We
we've got
do.
a budget category under equipment that we might want to put the printer under
Yeah.
equipment. Same place where you got a laptop and so on, and we'll get to that part. But I agree, we should
Yeah,
have a printer.
But, and it needs to have a scanner capability. Because, we can scan from a marketing aspect, we can scan proofs and email it to the vendor and say, these are our changes, and that's the record of it. And then also, that collates, right? I don't know how intense we want to get on our printer, but does that collate, do you know?
With what?
The printer down there, does it collate?
With what? What are you talking about? Colton?
If you're gonna print this, will it print out the pages and collate? So they're just like they're gonna, I think probably not then, if you don't know.
Well, no, explain collate to me.
It slides all the pages in.
In order.
In
Yeah,
order.
yeah,
Well,
You have 10 different
Collates.
ones, 10 different.
it does
times.
collate.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Cool.
I mean, it might not do that many, but yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
Well, I think we need to
I
keep
mean,
this 500 in here until we find that out. I mean, I don't know how you can take this out without knowing what the contract reads.
I
mean,
agree.
We might
And they
be,
will call.
And knowing what the cost, like,
we need to do research and
Yeah.
come back and maybe we do
Yeah,
it
it's
for,
$500, so
It's-
we'll keep
yeah.
it in there. We keep it as it is, but let's research getting a new printer.
And they
and
call.
we also, okay, we'll go down to your equipment later. We'll
Yeah.
talk about that.
so
Okay, so we leave the 500 in there. Which after I already took it out.
I think postage is postage.
Okay. So, the postage, you think that's good?
I think it's.
$1,000?
Good.
yeah,
Okay, the subtotal for that, office operating expense is $2,275.
yeah,
Got it?
keep going.
Okay, Harpinell Insurance, general liability, personal property, whatever is $1,200.
Okay.
And then public official bond, I think there's 2 of us that have that bond. I know the treasurer does.
Carrie, you.
Eric,
Eric
you?
and myself,
All
yeah,
right,
$250. AM, okay, that's out. That AM trust working comp, we don't need that
yeah,
because we're gonna. And then, events liability, $1,000.
Okay, and now that's just for if Eric would do a show or our events, correct?
Yep. Not,
because I've tried to contact them and their number's cut off, so, and I didn't have time to run over to,
now?
yeah.
but so the example farm to table is not a good example.
Right, that's what we used to do.
I understand.
So-
We're not doing that anymore.
Okay, so it's just, so I need to contact her and get a kind of a, that I have to go physically there.
Their phone is not working anymore.
That should
Yeah,
just be a
disconnect.
contingency.
Harperdale's still in business, aren't they?
So leave it at 1,000.
Harper sold. It's not Harper Insurance.
Yeah.
It's a Shepherd.
We can leave that at 1,000, if you all agree,
Yes.
for now. I mean, we just leave it in the budget. If we don't use it, we don't use it.
What, can I ask just real quick, Stan, what's the coverage on each event?
What's the what?
The coverage is like for 25,000?
I don't know. I don't know anything
Oh,
about
I was
Usually
it.
just curious.
Usually 100,000.
Is it?
The top-
Honestly,
subtotal
liability is $1 million or $2 million now.
Subtotal for insurance, Harpinell, well, I got Harpinell, but I don't know what it's called now.
It's called Henry now. They've, actually, Harper House has sold it twice. Actually, it's been sold twice since Harper now owned it. Harper now sold it to a company out of Fort Wayne. They owned it for about, I don't know, 8 or 10 months and then
I
they
won't
resold
tie
it.
a name to that then. I'm just gonna say insurance.
Yeah, and there might be some we want to shop around, but it's
Yeah.
Henriot, Henriot. Rick,
Okay, the
pretty much
subtotal
out.
on that is
Oh, that's
$2,450.
Okay,
You agree with that, Barry?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. Rent and utilities, internet, $840. And the, rent, I got a $10,200. So the subtotal of rent / utilities is $11,040. Okay.
Is that a good number to go into 2026 with?
That's
For
up for
written
discussion. If we had talked in the past of not renting the, depot down there. And we're gonna have to come up with some sort of a vote later on.
Well, I realize that, and we don't know what direction that's gonna go yet, but,
We do have that office at the annex. I mean, you know, I don't know, Eric, what do you think? I mean, you're down at the depot quite a bit anymore.
Oh, no, I think a lot. So I do see the value in that building and the potential it has and stuff, minus the gift shop. Just like as far as displays, and if there was somebody like a volunteer manning at certain hours and, you know, the aesthetic of that building and just the location of, I know it's in the very south end of the county, but I've had somewhat of a change of heart. I don't feel really strongly about it, but a lot of people do. And I know a lot of people feel strongly against it and stuff. But I do see the potential of that location. But I just don't want to, you know,
well, for budget purposes, we're probably good to keep it at 850.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't need to go down the rabbit
Because
hole.
even if
Or
we
we're gonna
give
leave
that
or
up,
not leave today.
even if we give that up and go to someplace else,
We look for
then,
something in
we
that,
still need it in the budget.
that's our budget.
right. Agreed.
Yeah, all right.
You
So that's
said
good.
850?
So we're,
Mine
that's
says
what that
10,200.
10
Okay.
no, 850 times the 12.
Oh, gotcha.
Okay, moving on.
Professional
Uh,
services,
Subtotal of that is $11,040.
correct.
And I'll make a comment on that, the rent that usually is at the depot. We went that route of trying to hire somebody at part-time and stuff, and that was not, we were losing money on that, so, but anyway, we'll just keep that. This is budget session. That's another
I
story.
think Eric has some thoughts on that. We don't need to share it at this meeting.
Yeah.
At a board meeting, perhaps in the future.
yeah, perhaps in the future. Yeah, just explore options.
Right.
Yeah. Well, 10,000 is a lot of money as opposed to zero.
It is.
Let's
I
keep
mean,
going.
if you're looking to be conservative, which I am, that's the big sticking point in my mind. Professional services, Bud Terry, I've got, $8,000.
I personally don't think that's enough.
You don't think?
Not if you, 2020 or 2025 is what we paid with him doing all our bookwork and everything. I think I haven't added that, but I think we're
I
way
have.
above that.
I have
How much is it
around $8,000.
for up to
But
now?
it doesn't include from, August, September, October.
So it's 8,000 already.
It's 8,000. Like I said, I did this probably about 4 months ago,
You wanna bump it
but I
to
don't have
10?
the, what's that?
You wanna bump it to 10?
I agree, Barry.
10?
I think we
I
should
mean, that's
bump it.
fine.
Okay,
Would 10 be enough?
changing it to 10.
What do you think?
I would bump it to 12.
Really?
Just we have been, his bills have been up there because he's doing so much. And then anytime, I know Eric, you've talked to him, we get billed $130 an hour now. It's not like
Wait a minute, when
last year,
Eric calls and asks for information, we're
If
being
he-
charged $133 an hour.
130.
Well, I mean, they're a professional outfit.
Yes.
I mean, that's what,
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
not,
the real
I'm not
world.
disagreeing with it.
It's like
I'm
Laurie.
just saying I need that price.
let's bump it to 12 then. We got the money, let's bump it to 12.
And I haven't really called him and said,
No.
hey, but he contacted me and we discussed the
And remember,
RAT card and we got that finalized and stuff. So,
That amount of communication will die down once we get everything cleaned up. and
Yeah.
all
Absolutely,
that.
yeah.
So I'm thinking
Well, we have-
10,000 would be a good number.
we have to remember, we got year-end stuff coming up.
So we're upping that to $12,000 a year.
Yeah.
We
Because,
haven't decided that yet. We're either at 10 or
no, we
12.
haven't decided, what do you think?
Well, what does
You work-
taxes usually
You work on
cost us?
detail more than most of us.
What does he charge us for year-end taxes? Do you know that?
I don't know that.
I
No,
thought I had
it might be
but I don't.
different this time because we're not well, once we, get the non-for-profit, we're only gonna have the county, so, but
I say 12, only because there are some details with the non-for-profit we're gonna deal with yet that he does for us.
okay.
That is true.
So that's the only reason I say to bump that a little
The
higher.
thing is, that will, I don't know what budget that's gonna come out of, the non-for-profit or the,
Well, there's
this, but
still money in
it's
there.
still the same. Yeah, there's money in there. So, anyway,
Everybody,
12,000,
everybody in favor of 12?
that's fine with me.
Okay,
12 it is.
12 it is.
Need a motion on that?
No, we
No,
can't.
not yet.
We're just gonna, make a motion on this,
The whole
budget
thing.
here.
Yeah.
And then, we'll present it and actually finalize it next week, the 11th, on the 11th.
Right.
This is a workshop, basically.
Okay. Perfect.
And we're getting these numbers in there and then, IT support, that could be, or web, it could be,
I think it's light.
what's that?
I agree.
I don't think 1,000's enough.
Okay,
What do you suggest, Barry?
Well, I would separate it from web development. And what I would consider IT support is just the normal
Troubleshooting and.
troubleshooting, something goes
I
haywire.
want to change
I agree.
something on the
I
web,
agree.
yeah.
I'd,
Web
you know, to be
design.
safe, I'd bump it to
2?
Yeah.
Okay,
just because we budgeted doesn't mean we're gonna spend it and
No.
that way we're
No.
covered. You know what I mean?
Who typically does our IT?
what's that?
Who does our IT?
Greg
Like-
or Anjan?
On.
Jane?
And we pay both of those?
No, Greg I've used in the past. Not this year. But I think you've talked with Anjan quite a bit, so,
Mhm.
and he would help him with anything, with the
Yeah.
laptop.
Anjan's
anything.
good. He's really, really good.
Cause I think we're looking, for the web design and everything for our own website, so, but anyway, okay. And then underneath, we got Red Stitch. We're getting that's, our website developer. Do we want to change that from Red Stitch to,
I
graphic design and
Yes.
website developer?
Yes, I
Yes.
want no
Take off the
names.
name out of it?
20,000,
20,000?
what was our quotes on that, Eric?
It was quite a bit lower than that. Like for, I just have one quote.
Is that from an island?
Correct, yes, and Mary Bullen is getting us a quote as well. But, total first year website only 4,800, and then including Smart Community, which they're developing these maps that I'm not gonna do a good job of explaining, but, we could get on board with, we have a need for maps, just with, I think it would just be neat for our website and everything else, but maybe not
And
neat's
for
the
our
right word.
brochure.
Yeah, for a brochure,
Yeah.
but that's 12,000 total with the maps.
I would
And then-
have to quote the prices.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're fine. If we're waiting for other
Yeah, we
quotes.
can't do
Yeah.
that.
we
Yeah,
shouldn't
sorry.
do that. You're okay.
But, so I think that could come under that number. I know, talking to the ITA and just asking about different prices, they range
Mhm.
widely,
Well, we
But
got,
I think that's a good, like you said, we don't have to spend all that. That's
So
a
we
good
got
thing if we don't,
10.
right?
Well, right now, current state, we're spending 12.
Current state, we're spending 12.
Current state, we're spending 12.
And then to develop a new,
The first passed budget at 20, which may be too much. So again, meet in the middle, talking about 15.
that's fine with me.
Will
I
that
mean,
work
if we
with you,
come
Eric?
in
Did we
under,
do
that's
everything
great.
you think we need to do?
so I don't know how
This
much
is a
it was.
very important, this is a key expense for us.
It is.
Because we're gonna change drastically what we're doing. We're
Right.
changing direction. We wanna make sure that it's done right, so we don't wanna underfund it, I
Right.
don't think. We don't wanna willy-nilly throw a number at it.
Correct.
I agree, 20 seems a little rich there. I've worked with an island, it's been a few years. They're very good, and they're very transparent. Virtually no surprises from them in terms of what they develop and what the costs are. I gotta believe that it's gonna be a little bit higher than 4,800 or 5,000. So, I think if we wanna be safe, I would feel comfortable with a $15,000 number in there.
I agree then. These are all estimated totals.
Right.
If it goes over, then we can always do an additional on it, but if it goes under, that's great,
Eric, how many domains does Mary have? 4?
3 or 4.
I would be a lot more comfortable, frankly, leaving it at 20. There's gonna be
So-
stuff that's gonna be coming up.
Yeah, and also I think the complexity of the website is
Right.
something I talked about with Anjan and briefly with Mary. I don't know how much we touched on it, but just, if you have just use an example, a utility company and it's just for paying your bill, that's a fairly simple website.
Right.
As if we do have interactive maps and we've got different things and links and stuff like that. I think that weighs into it, so.
Well, we're gonna rely, what's your recommendation? Where's the recommendation on what you think this should be? On the marketing. If you feel 20 is 20, let's put it in there.
I feel like that would be playing. So with this, if we didn't spend anywhere near that, that's not going to be a problem. But if we went over 15, then that could be a problem. Is that correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, it won't be because these are all estimates. This is a budget
Right.
estimate.
Well, let's keep it at 20 then and move on.
The thing about budgeting, the way I've always looked at budgeting is whether you go over budget or under budget, it's not necessarily the fact that you don't hit the number, it's whether you know and realize the reasons why you hit the number or you didn't hit the number, as long as you understand why. And, so, yeah, if you wanna leave 20 in there, that's fine.
Yeah, and to be honest with you, I just got that, like, I have no idea, rewind a couple months, how much a website costs or what the other quote will be. And I mean, I just don't wanna,
I personally think that's a little high, but I go on the high side when I don't really know, exactly, so,
Well, again, it's an important piece of what we're gonna
it
do.
is.
All right, you wanna keep 20 in there then?
Okay, it's subtotal of the professional services is 34,000. Is that
Yep.
what you got, Barry?
It is.
Travel expenses,
I think those are all good.
hotel, $3,000. Meals, $1,000. Meetings, seminars, trade shows, registration fees, 1,000. Mileage or parking is $1,000.
Trade show registrations, and seminars, no, trade show, that's gonna be kinda low. I mean, we have trade shows that each show is like $7.95 and we're wanting to do 5 shows according to our strategic planning meeting that we had in, what was it, February?
I think that was, yeah, we did say that, but
Yeah.
that was kind of unrealistic, I think.
I, for one, do not know.
Okay, well,
Because of the history of, the past year or two,
it's a little fragmented, wasn't it?
yeah, we don't have a history to go on right now.
I actually believe that meals, meetings, and mileage are all 3 understated. Maybe not meals might be all right. I would agree with Cindy on the registration fees and meetings and seminars. I don't see us doing 5 trade shows.
Okay, let's go to each one of them. Hotels, 3,000. What do people think about that? We guys.
If you go to the Indianapolis Boat Show, for example, that's covering 2 weeks. Okay, so it depends, how you're gonna handle that.
Yeah.
But if you're going up there, you're gonna be talking $200-300 a night for a hotel room.
But we're not gonna,
No, I know, but I'm just giving you an idea.
Yeah.
If you're up there 3-4 hours, it doesn't take long to do that. Now Louisville, it's like from a Thursday to a Sunday. It's not that big a deal. Sometimes you can drive back and forth. I don't see us doing too many other things this next year, maybe 2 or 3, maybe. So, unless there's some other ones that pop up, but, I think the trade show registration fees are way too low because I think most of them are $1,000, $1,500 right off the pop for a 10x10 or whatever, but,
So
I think-
do we want to bump up that 3,000 to 5?
I'd keep the hotels at 3, I'd keep the meals at 1, and I'd bump up the trade shows maybe to 3.
3?
Yeah.
Hey, I have a real quick question
I
about the
would agree
meals.
with that.
Do we pay on receipts, reimbursement, or do we do a per diem for each day, like $35 a day or $40 a day? How are we doing that? I don't even know. I should probably know that.
I don't know what are,
By bylaws, we don't have anything. By county, they allow, I think, 35 per meal. No
Okay,
alcohol.
so it's no set
So
per
it-
diem for $35 a day.
That's where we need to get those,
Gotcha. Bylaws worked out, yeah, for sure.
we could just go, what the county says, and do it that way, that way
That's
we
what we
don't
probably
have.
should do.
I agree with that, Barry.
Yeah.
What's that?
Go with what the county's doing.
Yeah,
So you wanna up the, trade show fees to 3,000.
Yep.
Keep hotel 3, keep meals at 1, and mileage and parking at 1. And that would put you at,
8,000.
8,000.
8,000.
I think that's good.
Okay, I'm good with all that.
Okay.
Sponsorship, membership.
Yeah,
This is where it's gonna get hairy.
I got miscellaneous. I don't know what, could it, anything to come up, you know. Reserve some money for that. Cermak, Warwick, 2,500.
I'm gonna give,
That's you, Eric.
Yeah, some of these I need to look into. I don't know much about Cermak, you know, I hate to say that, but
This is like in the past, so that.
yeah, that's
I
what I
go
think.
on, just go on history. I went back through the checks from 2024 and basically it's what I come up with, you
Okay,
know.
with Cermak is, it's a lot of meetings
mhm.
that you're not participating in. Would you, if you knew about them?
Possibly, yes, you know. Yeah,
I'd say we don't change too much of anything until you get your feet wet, have a year or two under your belt and see what,
that's what I've seen some of these, like the next one with the festival guy, you know, what that is and what it entails and what we're getting and stuff. And I'm starting to see more of those. But I have not, you know, I apologize for, you know, the Cermak. I've heard of them. I kind of know what they do, but not exactly, you know, I'm still looking
Okay.
into those, you know. But
I have to agree with you, Stan. I think in most of these here, unless we definitely know, until he has some history under his belt, be able to research it the next
Yeah.
year, you know, then we make the decision, you know, do we increase or decrease, you know, or delete, so.
and some of these,
I agree.
I could ask other directors, you know, hey, what's been your experience with X,
Or
Y,
some
Z?
of the
What?
people on your board.
Yep, that too, absolutely.
Okay, so you wanna keep the miscellaneous at 2,500 and then Cermak at 2,500?
yeah, and then here's the other one, the Indiana State Festival Association.
That actually went up. We had did we take care of that last week, Cindy?
Yes.
It's $32.95.
Well, it will be this coming week.
Yeah,
So what is it?
$32.95.
Yeah, that's
For
the
the-
festival guide.
Yeah.
And
Oh, that's,
I don't know why they do that. They sell those as memberships and they're actually ads in them.
yeah, and they're all separate and then they get added up.
Yeah,
Two
exactly.
separate-
And we provided the invoice to Cindy, the new invoice, correct?
Yes.
Perfect for 2026.
Mhm.
Kid, you're on a roll.
So we want to increase that 35 then,
The 33.
33?
I wouldn't, if you're wanting to keep an even number, 33.
Okay.
Yeah, we want to keep an even number. Perry County Chamber membership. $315.
How did they come up with 315? Is it based on number of board
Based on
members?
what we wrote a check for in 2024.
I didn't know if that was, Eric, do you know? Is it based on the number of
Why
board
would they
members?
charge us more than a business?
Yeah, that's what I was wondering too.
I think it's $165 a year for a business.
And in 2023, we paid 150. So I think it's 165. I don't know, that 315 was a total.
It's a total.
Yes, and what's added to that here is the chamber dinner tickets. So they're $25 a pop. So Casey possibly added 2 chamber dinner tickets.
Yeah, I think there's a
Like
couple
Witches
checks.
Walk,
Pardon?
include like Witches Walk, which is what, $50 now or something, or was, or,
Oh, well, I don't think we've ever done that, so. But I think the membership is either 150 or 165. I would put, I've got 2023s here. You've got 2024s.
Yeah,
And I don't have 2024 base, but I think it's 165 now.
somewhere in this mess, I've got,
I don't even know when the chamber dinner is. Honestly, I just
Eric
did
will, no, they will contact him. We all as members of a board should be able to go to,
okay.
but we've just never
We
been
wrote a
told.
check to Chamber on 1/8/2024 for $184.
And my phone might cost there.
Some of those checks
We wrote-
might have been for the, profit on the gift shop too.
Correct.
We all wrote, yeah, I'm just,
Good
the only thing I can go by is the checks we wrote to them. And then in 4/4/2024, we wrote a check for $165.
That would
That was
be,
the dues.
that's your dues.
Let's put that down, 165.
Have we gotten a membership letter or anything, Eric, that you know of?
It won't be tied to the first year, I don't
I
believe.
didn't know what their fiscal is.
So if they come up, they want us to buy some, or tickets and stuff, would that be another line?
That would be
I put it
under,
as a total of, 300 and some.
I would think that would be under our previous meals, whatever, wouldn't it?
So
Because
what
that's,
line would that be
Oh.
under,
Expense, travel expenses?
travel expenses or whatever, meals or?
yeah, that, I mean, like
Would that
Eric's
come
the
under
one that
meals?
will definitely go. So it would be under that, I would think. That's
Makes
just
sense to me.
So we
Plus he's
wanna go with
representing.
165?
Yes. Let's do that.
Yeah, because that's the membership only.
So glad, 'cause
Okay.
I already changed it.
Okay, Indiana, next line, Indiana Bass Federation.
Is that more than last year?
No, I think that's the same.
I'm
We've
thinking
talked
it was
about this one
2000.
before and we decided to support it.
Is that who I did the banner for?
No,
Okay,
that's Who's Your Open Tournament.
Yeah, let's keep 3,000 in there for that. That's been discussed quite a bit.
Okay? Who's your open tournament?
For 2026, that will be 1250.
Okay,
Keep it in there.
yep,
Deer Creek Bass Trail, 2,000. I think we
Yep.
decided we'd support that.
Yeah,
as
that's what we
well.
gave before.
yep.
Indiana Tourism Association will support that. Indiana Office of Tourism.
Okay, is that the radius they're talking about? Radius?
No,
That
No,
word.
I think radius is.
Which one
Radius
are
is-
we, in half with PCDC?
That
That's
is
the
radius.
And that's for 2,500 and it's under advertising expenses. About halfway down the sheet. We can come to that one in a minute.
Oh, okay,
Um,
so I don't know what
What
that
that is.
1/3 page is in the Indiana Office of Tourism.
Oh, it has to be
Lost on
to
that,
do
yes.
with,
it's under something else.
Was that
the tourism.
that map that we had an ad in, or
Did you bring that with you?
no?
What am I gonna give it to you?
I've got a bunch of other stuff, just not that map. But that would probably go under advertising though.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, it does say 0, so it's kind of open-ended.
Well,
So does that mean we didn't pay anything for it last year?
This is what we come up with in the committee. I don't know what the figure was before. I have to go back to one of my old,
For the last committee, we decided not to support that.
in our committee meeting, we
Right.
did.
Okay, so that's why there's 0.
For 2026, I assume, that's what you're saying.
Yeah,
I'm fine with that.
so we want to knock that out, description out?
Yep.
Okay. So I got the subtotal on that is $15,540 on sponsorships and membership dues.
What is it again?
$15,540.
Well, I thought it would,
We should go down.
It should go
Yeah, that
down.
makes sense.
We went up on the Festival Association, correct?
Yeah.
That went up to
that's
30,
not my
that went up
budget.
What did we go to the, what was that number?
3,300.
3,300?
Yeah.
Actual is,
Well, my calculation is right,
32.95,
so
so.
if you add all of them up, it should come to 15,540.
83. Yeah, okay.
all righty,
Uh,
moving on.
Local events and donations, I got Schuble Little Pioneer Village, $2,000.
Fine with that?
Yeah, we increased that, I think, from last
Yeah,
year.
Perry County Coon Club, 2,000. Historical Society, or et cetera, I don't know, $100. Bristol Car Show, $500. Miscellaneous donation.
Switzer Fest ain't on there, which kind of shocks me. Do we,
Barry, I'm gonna take that consider off on that
we donate
society,
to the road?
because the miscellaneous donations should encompass that.
Cindy said we donate for the road run, Schweitzer Fest.
I don't know if we did this past year, but in the past, we've always, that's
Which one?
part of the Schweitzer Fest road run. We've always donated to that, but I don't see Schweitzer. That's the one local event that,
That could, I mean, we could, that could come under miscellaneous donation. How much is that road run?
500 is what we always sponsor.
Brianna Walsh heads that, doesn't she?
Yes.
Do we want to make that a separate description then?
And where, so if these are local events, wouldn't the Dogwood Tour be considered local?
Correct.
And it's not listed.
But
Yeah.
There's not, with a lot of those, the Dogwood, there was another one that we always bought the signs, had logos to make the yard signs.
Yeah.
And that was always our part.
Okay.
So I know we did not this year. We dropped the ball on a lot of things, but that was one thing, if you'd want to do that.
I didn't know anything about that. I would have researched it for you. I apologize. So, do we know how much those signs cost us?
So on the
It
list,
wasn't
so do we want to
150.
make that its own line item then?
I would keep it up miscellaneous. If you've got $1,000 under there, that's gonna cover
Well-
those.
If we think we're gonna do it, then we can put the miscellaneous donation as 500 and put the road race.
Road run, yeah.
Are you gonna add the Schweitzer Fest road race? Or is that gonna go under miscellaneous?
I think we ought to identify it.
I do too.
Yeah,
Schweitzer Fest.
it helps. It helps when you identify it.
So how much would that be?
500.
500?
500,
For the road
miscellaneous,
race.
500.
Okay.
And what do we get for that $500?
We
What-
sponsor.
Do we get signage or anything?
That I do not know,
On the road race?
but it's
I
always.
would
under
imagine you get your
Schweitzer
name on the back of the t-shirt, imagine.
And they didn't ask this year?
Okay.
Are we gonna put Schweitzer Fest on there too?
Yeah, Schweitzer,
Schweitzer
Fest
Fest road
road,
race.
road run.
And
Oh,
how
that's
much,
what
I'm
you're
sorry,
talking
how
about.
much was that, Stan?
500.
500.
So do we have miscellaneous at 1,000 and road race at 500?
Yes. Actually, I swapped those. I put Schweitzer under Bristol Car Show and then put the miscellaneous on bottom, Barry, if that matters. But I'll make sure everybody gets a copy of this when we're done.
To make
The
it,
total is $5,600 for that.
Yeah, that's what I got.
oh, I thought we added 500 for the road race.
We actually took off 500 from the miscellaneous
Oh,
to put that in there.
gotcha.
Is that okay with everybody?
Fine with me.
Fine with me.
Okay, advertising expense. We got 2 ladders,
No, that's gonna come off.
digital
We should
marketing.
Make it, digital services. We should not list anybody in particular as far as a vendor. Keep everybody.
Digital marketing companies.
That sounds good.
Thank you.
I agree.
Yeah, we,
If we actually do that and we spend that money, I think it will be very good money spent.
I do too.
I do
So-
too.
I look
I,
forward
I
to it.
really hope we can get that passed.
Why wouldn't we get it passed?
What's that?
What do you mean, why wouldn't we get it passed?
Well, this right here is
Not
our
passed
budget. If we're, we put it in our budget, then basically we're passing that we want
Yeah,
this money set aside, whether it be,
Very good.
So that
You're right.
36 is what you all talked about at the, okay.
And it'd be under digital marketing.
digital
Correct.
who all
marketing
talked about it?
companies.
The budget,
Doesn't need to
Thank
be,
you.
yeah, just digital marketing is good.
Well, does the digital marketing, yours do the marketing, but the website development is different, it's
Right.
something separate.
Oh, yeah.
Totally separate.
Okay,
It's not the same thing at all.
and, okay, gotcha.
All right, so that's good. 36 there. Southern Indiana Tourism Guide,
It's good.
Is that good?
DNR Recreation Guide at 3,000. That's probably good too.
It's insanely expensive.
I think it was like
I think it's
2,800.
$2,900.
So that hits it. pretty
Well,
good.
I got, like I said, I got it from the 2024. so.
I mean, if you wanna leave it in, that's
It
fine,
doesn't
but
matter.
that publication, that is very expensive.
So what does it do?
Yeah, what is it?
You didn't have to bring a copy with you.
It's ads in their,
In the DNR magazine?
yes,
Which one on you on? Southern Indiana?
No.
or
Who controls
DNR.
those ads?
DNR, okay.
DNR does.
I mean, do we give them the ads?
Yes, I
Yes.
did the creative on
So
it.
you two would do the creative stuff.
So you gotta keep in mind who we are. We're Perry County and we're
Right.
a big hunting,
yeah, that's
DNR
a
type
big one.
county.
Right.
Okay,
you know.
Is that enough?
You wanna leave it
3,000?
in?
yes.
Okay,
Okay. And then Travel Indiana,
yes, absolutely,
4,800.
absolutely.
Is that where they hand out the brochures?
I guess
That's
it
the,
is.
no,
No,
that's
the
the,
magazine.
it is, we can do anywhere from 4 to 6 ads a year.
4, yeah.
Okay, here's the big one. Radius Indiana. Are we going to continue that? It's in partnership with PCDC. They put 2,500 in and we put 2,500.
I looked into that one and it did not look like something we wanted to do. It's my opinion.
Me and Eric talked about this extensively. He's probably gonna,
I
Take
am,
me
like, you
right
guys
now,
know, I'm
but-
trying to, no.
what I look at as that money that we're putting there, that's gonna go
Uh-huh.
against. We have RJL now. That's who the county works with.
Mhm.
We could take that amount of money or more, and they would do monumental things for us, anything we ask.
Who?
RJL, because that's the local development
Yeah,
that we use now, or the county yet does. And that's the heading we're under. We're not under Radius.
well, we're under
I-
a county entity now, so, the RJL is it took the place of PCDC, basically.
And I've been trying to catch him. He probably will be in 3 weeks, or 2 weeks.
Is that Jonathan?
Yes.
Yeah,
So
I've
I would
worked- I've
love to
worked a
set
little
up
bit I've worked a little bit with Jonathan as well. I am impressed with him. I'm very impressed with him.
I'm with what they can do for us at the state level, and everything, but I would love to set up a meeting. I would like to be there with Eric and anybody else with him and see what they can offer us. That's just, this
So
is
do
me.
we back away from Radius and insert
Can,
RJL?
I would like to say something about Radius though, like, I don't know, like, can't we have our cake and eat it too? For $2,500, I think everybody, the big thing is we're sharing an expense with the PCDC. And we're talking about breaking away and getting our own website and breaking away from them. But, I mean, I look at it as this Radius thing is, this Discover Southern Indiana it's this neat little map. It's like 12 counties and we're on there and it's a neat region. And it's kind of like their director, Crystal Painter, is kind of like she was the director of tourism French Lick for many, many years, and she knows lots of connections. She has lots of connections. I met up with her through the ITA's. Carrie Lampert said, "Oh, talk to Crystal," and she's in Southern Indiana. And I think for $2,500, yeah, just to be on this map, to be on their really cool Facebook page, we're talking, and their website, and some of the things they offer, some of the shows she goes to, passing out our new brochures.
Just what
You
you're
know,
talking about.
Yeah, highlighting our new website. I mean, I get some of these expenses. $2,500 is a drop in a bucket, and to have that resource and to have this stuff, it just, I feel pretty. I don't know how to say it. I don't want to like burn any bridges. I would think we would be burning a bridge
I agree
with
you.
with a champion of the tourism industry in Southern Indiana and that organization.
Is that the Discover Indiana or whatever?
Yeah, Discover Southern Indiana is under the Radius umbrella, and I don't know. I do know. I would like to be a part of that. We're highlighted on this map and everything, and there's just a lot of
And they just added us last year.
Yeah.
Us and Owen and
Have you talked with PCDC, and if we discontinued this, would they pick it up completely, or what? Have you had that discussion?
Yeah, I have, and they probably would pick it up completely. But I see it being more of a tourism thing than an economic development thing. I've just been told many times to say, what's good for Perry County tourism? And I do think of this as being a good thing. Especially this is going to be a big year. We're going to have a new website. We're going to have new brochures. We're doing all kinds of stuff. I'd hate to break away from something like that. At least just not yet,
I respect your opinion on that.
Well, what we could do here is if we approve it or put it in the budget, let you evaluate it this next year. And, let's look at it and then come back next year and either keep it or leave
Yeah.
it, one or the
I
other.
agree 100%. Let's go with that.
Do we want to vote on that?
Do we have to vote on it?
We'll have to vote on it at the meeting.
Yeah.
Because
If we
I've
have,
Contract, there's a
but
contract.
it may come out consensus, everybody wants it, just keep it in. So
Is
I
the
don't know.
contract just for a year?
Yes.
And it actually, that contract, I believe, started it would go till don't quote me on this, but, I'm being recorded, but May, I think, that it was for August, but because
Yeah, I think you're right.
not having a new director in there, it kind of, Crystal had presented it, so it would get us to, I don't know how far into 2026.
It's May.
Yeah,
And that's my concern. I would want to call and talk to her, because there is in that contract, which I don't have it with me, that contract, you are getting charged. So are they gonna charge us that base fee of that 25? Plus, I think it was either a weekly or a daily fee that you did not pay it.
well, I actually talked to her about that, and she had said that, we already went over and that fee would be waived, so it would just be the 25.
Okay, I'd have
And
to
we're-
have that on the contract.
Okay,
I mean, that would be fair, because they've got something to go back and say,
So the contract goes from May to May, is that what you're saying?
let's see here.
That's a weird contract time frame.
As a CVB board, we are
It's just a matter of when it
allowed
was
to
presented.
enter into contracts.
We had a lot going on
Correct.
during that
But
time.
have you read this one?
Huh?
Have you read this one?
No, I haven't read this, but I'm just saying
I will get it.
the rules. You don't have to go through the commissioners to approve the contracts. We can enter in our own contract, so.
So in
When did
essence,
they
this
change it?
2,500,
It
we
is-
owe them this year.
know.
if
May
we
1st to April 30th,
got rid of
2026 is when it is. It's on here.
Well, I'm sorry, Eric, what was it?
It's from May 1st of this year till April 30th of
I
2026.
thought that was.
And I think, I don't know if it was not presented because there wasn't a director, that sort of thing. So,
We never
I just had
received
that
it.
conversation. But, the thing to remember with these organizations is that Eric is new, number one. We have all new board members that have new job assignments, basically. So as a director, Eric does not know all of the things that maybe they would offer, like an article, say, about the Hoosier National Forest, and fishing in Perry County or whatever. If you look at the website, there are articles on there. So this has nothing, not anything negative to you. It's just that you're new. And so, you're gonna get in and say, oh, that's a real opportunity for Perry County, or whatever.
Yeah, and that is
You're
one that
doing it, Eric.
that is one that I kind of know about. Like, I didn't know about Cermak, but I did know about this, because we talked with Crystal for several hours, and I've talked to her too about, she just has a lot of contacts in this about having a trail run that would go through Hoosier National Forest in Derby. And she knows people in Owen County, or I forget what county, they're having an off-road race. They contact those type of people, just those kind of connections.
And between her and Carrie at ITA, it's an absolute vault of marketing information. It's just a matter of accessing what you think is gonna work for Perry County. And like I said, Eric, you're doing, it's just, you're new, so you don't know what, you know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
You're good, you're good.
If we keep the 2,500 in there for the budget, we need to definitely update that contract and make sure we're not liable for anything else. Because when I read that contract too, there's 8 counties, we're not even considered one of those 8, from what I understand. If there is some other obligations in there, I read it maybe a month or 2 ago, but seems to be other obligations in there for payment. So I think we need to really get that clarified before, I'm not
What
opposed.
are they? Do you
I
recall?
don't know anymore. It's been a while, but I think if we approve it, we need to get that contract.
I think if we're going to sign any contract, we need to get our attorney to review it and make sure, everything's okay with it, with what we want out of it.
And I respect Eric's opinion. My thing is, coming from a county side, Radius, we are not under that umbrella. We are a totally different economic development in Indiana. We are not.
I'm sorry, Cindy, say that again.
Radius, it encompasses those 8 counties. That is their economic development. They deal with the state, everything. We are, and I'm trying to think of what ours is, in Perry County. We are not under that at all. That's where that contract comes from. And you will not change that contract, because that contract is coming from Radius. And then that Discover Indiana is just it's under that umbrella of Radius. So we're stuck with that contract.
So Radius is, and I'm gonna do a poor job explaining this, but like through legislation, those 8 counties were to support, the casino as far as that tourism money, and then the Crane Naval Base to attract people to move to the area, because they have over 1,000 engineers working there. So that's what formed those 8 counties, and it's counties that border Orange County as well as Davies, I believe. So Du Bois, Orange, Washington, Davies. I don't know what the 8 are.
Yeah.
I know them, but the
I
list.
know, I have it
Yeah,
in my notes
Martin,
somewhere, but I don't have it that.
So Cindy, you said that we could, RJL is the county of choice for economic development, okay? Are you saying that they could do these same things?
Well, they don't
Or,
have-
I don't want to put a name,
Me neither.
I don't want to tie to a particular name. I want to set aside the money for it, but we have to review the contract to see if that's what we want. But I don't think we need to go in to keep the partnership with PCDC.
Well, it's 5,000. That's why.
Yeah, the total was 5,000, yeah.
I like I said, I respect Eric's, to leave it in there. But I think it will come up again.
What is it?
I'm gonna be the devil here, okay? So if you're looking to break apart from PCDC, and you wanna go with RJL, and they are a county entity, will the commissioners pay for RJL for the services for the tourism?
See, no, Commissioner, I don't know.
I haven't.
I'm saying that we need more information on it. because, the county broke away from PCDC. But this is a tourism type thing. But we need to review, I mean, if we review the contract and we could go into partnership with PCDC, I'm not opposed to that at all. But, because it's a tourism thing, but we don't know whether our GL can supply the same thing,
Right,
you know.
right. I have been doing some research on them, and they do have some tourism contacts. I don't know how elaborate they are, or, you know, it's worth a conversation, but I have very specific things that I'm looking for as far as.
Let's keep the
marketing
money in there for
and
budgeting purposes.
everything. Yeah,
Budgeting
I agree with
purposes.
that. Yeah, let's
And
do
then we'll
that.
discuss it, which direction we're gonna go. When would that $2,500 come due with
It
radios?
is actually, will be at our meeting next week.
It's due
Oh,
now.
look at you.
Really?
And that's for this year. That's not for next
Well, it
year.
sounds like Eric's done more research on it than the rest of us, and it sounds
Right.
like it's something that he believes in, so I'm fine with keeping it in there.
Let's keep it in there then. And then we'll just look at it. And we
Yeah,
need
we
to look at
definitely
that,
have
we really
people.
need to look at that contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Okay, I knew that was gonna be a tough one.
But we made it, didn't we?
We did. Indiana State Festival Association, $3,500. Anybody have any idea?
Okay, because that's on there twice, right?
That's what's kind of,
Yeah.
shit me, because we've got it under sponsorship, membership, and then we're sticking in under advertising. I do know that a contract was signed, I have not located it yet, from, anybody that was at the meeting at the motel, last year. Was that last year?
Mhm. Yeah.
Early last year, we signed a contract. We agreed as a board, 11-member board. We signed a contract, for the 2033.
Yes,
Oh,
2033.
Cover.
Oh, Lord.
You remember that? Now,
Yeah,
I'm gonna say this, that contract was signed under the CVB, under the non-for-profit.
Yeah.
So, I think it's a good thing. I'm not saying that. I'm
and that's
just
our
saying,
anniversary year.
I have no clue where that contract is. Casey signed that contract, but I have no clue where these contracts are. I'm
I
trying.
think I may have that, a copy of that. I have 4 binders of stuff for the CVB. Let me
Bring
bring
that
that. I
next
may,
week if you-
may
But
be able
that
to
was,
find
that was a pretty significant amount of money.
Yes, it was 30,000.
But here's
But we
what,
were supposed to be paying it in increments over the
Up to
next.
that time.
Yeah.
and Eric talked to Doug
I talked to Doug and to
Darrell.
Darla with the festival, and yeah, it's a gray area. Like if we did a lump sum or payments and whatnot, and then this fee, like I said, the memberships are at different festivals, the car show, the Sylvester Knock, these different ones that are in their guide, and then there's other things like ads on their, tourism mobile or whatever.
Which I do not want to do.
Okay,
I'll
that's
be right up front with that.
to try to get that all pinned down, because it's rather, it's a lot, like, they offer this different stuff, but then that's a different discussion, is the front cover for 2033.
Is this 3,500 for that, or is this just for the membership?
It has to be for that.
Yeah, this is just for 2026, the membership that we run in the festival guide. The cover is totally different, and I think it's $30,000.
It is 30, but
Well,
we don't
that's a
have to
line
pay it.
below that.
Why in the world?
Perry County brochures has 30,000 underneath.
And
that.
but
That
no,
was
that's
before me, I don't know.
separate. that's
separate.
different.
Okay.
Can we get out of that?
I don't know. That's what I said, Mr.
Well, we
President,
all-
for the
almost
CBB,
are.
possibly, because it's signed under that. But it was something we were doing for,
Let's close the CVB and then it goes away.
Yeah.
it was something we talked about at this meeting And
You know
it,
what we could do with $30,000? Good Lord Almighty.
We could buy a really cool copier.
No, we can do a lot more than that.
I think we'd have to look at that contract and
I
see
do
how
too,
it's
I-
stated.
So I will look on the web, or on our emails and see if there's a, would that have been, can you give me an approximate month that I could,
No,
I'll just
they're all
look through.
gone.
I reckon that was before
I'm
me,
not
but
quite-
I'm thinking that it
I'm
was.
not understanding this.
It would be under.
Because
the
we talked about
ACC.
3,500, and all of a sudden, we're talking about 30,000.
Two separate
Two,
entities.
two different things. What happened a couple of years ago at one of our nonprofit meetings is they decided to go to the front cover of the Indiana Festival Guide, and they signed a contract for that, which was approximately $30,000. This $3,500
It's
is
coming
just
to
our
the forefront now.
membership fee here, so it doesn't have anything to do with that. So we first of all need to get that contract and see if we can get out of it. If we can't, then we need to budget for it. I mean,
That is the anniversary, the 200th
It's something.
year of Tell City, when it was organized, or, came into being. So
Yeah,
that
Chris-
was the reason for that.
I remember as a board, we agreed to do that and make payments on it.
That I,
Or-
there,
Well, if we
Y'all
agreed,
should
we
pay
agreed,
for
I
it.
guess.
all right. So
Well,
we're,
that's 2033, so
we need to research that. That needs to be another thing
Yeah, if
that we
you got
need to
the
get
contract,
into.
I'll
please
see if I can find it. I looked at it just not
All
too
right,
long
well, let's move on for the budget.
So we leave 3,500 in there?
Yeah, for the membership.
Okay, Perry County
But
brochures.
it's in there twice.
no, there's,
So I think, I think the membership dues, and I hate to do this,
See, it's.
those might be 3,000 for the Indiana Festival Association membership dues. And then actually for advertising, the 35 is what I was talking about, that 32.95 for the 6 memberships of different festivals that go in the guide. That's the actual advertising.
One is for
expense.
membership, one is for advertising.
Correct.
So we're spending $6,500 with this publication total.
Yes.
well, here's the thing. That's in 2023, which has only been 2 years ago, we paid $275 for membership. Then we paid $2,800 for that advertisement. So I don't know why that is up there at 3,500 or 3,000, 3,500. Because our membership does not cost that much.
Maybe those numbers got kind of swapped and, or double put in the membership is actually not that much. I could look into that.
Well, the thing
In the
is, we need,
festival
we're creating a budget. If that's a membership, then we need to come up with the dollar amount and put it up there under sponsorship,
So it
Or
should only be
membership.
one.
right, Barry?
I think so.
Correct. So Eric,
I
can
think
you
that's
determine
wrong.
what the dues are?
Yes,
I don't
can.
know if there is dues. Like Cindy said, those ads, when we get that bill, which you will see that this next meeting, it's a membership, it's called a membership
Yeah.
and not an ad. She has the
And I
bill there.
and I don't know why they call them memberships, I swear.
So I think we're double, putting that in there double, from memberships to the advertising.
Yeah,
It
'cause
should be under advertising. We should take it out of the membership.
Eric's gonna call it just to confirm.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need to clarify that. So that one goes on a shelf right now.
Just leave it in there as is.
Yes,
Okay.
because we don't know. Berry County brochures, Stan?
Okay. I'm Cutting
30,000.
and pasting here. Okay, so we're keeping that as advertising then, and not putting anything under Indiana Festival Association membership at all. So we're tabling that.
So we are
basically.
taking the
Just
membership
leave
out.
it. I think we decided to leave it
Oh,
there
okay,
until we
okay.
figure it
Sorry,
out.
I got confused for a second.
Which one was the membership? Indiana Tourism?
Indiana State Festival Association.
Under sponsorship membership.
Oh,
I'd leave that alone.
yeah,
Just
okay.
leave them both alone for now.
Okay, leave them both alone, okay.
Can we make a revision on that prior to the council, or prior to the budget being approved, Stan?
Do what?
Once Eric gets the rest of the information, you will go ahead and change that before.
Yeah,
it's
because we're not
presented.
voting,
Okay.
that'll be the final vote, it's next week at the meeting, so we got, some things to do here. Okay, and then we got the, Perry County brochures, 30,000.
Leave it in.
How do you feel about that, Eric?
I mean, that's assuming printing cost. So, I don't know why she's laughing, but I don't know what any of those costs are for that and printing costs or anything. I have to get those quotes. So, yeah, I do know with our graphic designer, we need to have a map designed. I talked to Mary about that. And, but I could get back with you guys before next Thursday with costs on that.
So basically, we need to know what a good number is for the brochure. Right.
30,000.
So we're gonna table that one as well.
So we need to do a request for bid. And Eric and I, as you know, have been working on the brochure for a while. And it's very, very detailed. I wanted to request for bid, which will also include the paperweight, different shipments like 10,000, 20,000, 30,000. Just exactly what we're looking for in the brochure. Cindy, a question for you. Do we have to advertise that, or can we just post that on our Facebook page? Which may be going away, I don't know, because what you guys decide to do with Red Stitch and the PCDC. Do we have to run an ad in the newspaper, or no?
No, this
Cool.
falls under our,
So who's gonna bid on it?
A printer?
Who? I
Don't
mean,
know.
We gotta get it out there to somebody.
That's right. We do. We'll post it, and then those printers that want to bid on it will send us a sealed bid.
Do you have enough information in order to even get a sealed bid?
I do,
At this point, you
I
do?
do, yes, sir.
And that's why, I mean, I'm not trying to be funny. I, talked to the graphic designer. We laid out what we wanted. We have a first draft of the brochure. We've got some changes we're gonna make. I've contacted lots of different entities to make sure the
Other
text
people,
for their organization or their business or whatever reads exactly the way they want it. And we're working on the second draft right now, and we're well ahead of schedule. But I don't have any idea about costs right now. I'm sorry.
And
I
Do
just
we know who the vendors would be, targeted vendors that would do the printing? Do we know who they would be?
we will post a request for bid on our Facebook page. And those printers that are interested can submit a sealed bid, and we'll open them. It could be somebody from Texas, it could be somebody from Indianapolis, it could be somebody from Florida,
So you
because we
think,
are being watched.
so you think,
Our Facebook page is slowly building.
so you think printers are out there waiting for us to post this bid?
When I had my frame shop, I was always looking for opportunities.
Okay.
Do I have somebody I'd like to work with? Absolutely,
Well, I think,
absolutely.
I'd like to see us stay in the southern Indiana area if we possibly can, whether, from Louisville to Evansville.
I just figured that we'd have 3 or 4 printers in the area that we
Yeah.
know about, and we'd send them
We
bids.
only have one printer in Tell City, and that's Firehouse, which is owned by Chris Kale.
Well, we can get a bid from him too.
Yeah,
So, I
we can
mean,
get that bid. I mean, we
And
might as well
it has
try
to be
local.
sealed, and I want them to come.
why don't you
to me.
get a hold of ITA and see if we can find some other good printers in the area? I don't want to go to Texas. I want to stay
And
within.
it sounds, I don't know, it just sounds kind of willy-nilly just to put it on a Facebook page and hope somebody bids it.
That's how we recruited Eric.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
can we
That's exactly not
contact,
what we did. We targeted Eric. We targeted him.
I think it would be reasonable. I mean, my parents own
That's the
publication
biggest
printing. There's so
misconception.
many small
This
printers
is the
around here
biggest
that I think we can have.
misconception about digital marketing is you put it on the Facebook page and they'll come. That's just not the way it works. It's just not the way it works.
Is there 3 or 4 we can contact and say we're looking for a bid and have them to submit a bid?
Yes. That's what we need to find out. We'll do
I don't know
firehouse, let's
nothing
get a
about
couple,
it.
2, 3
It's
others.
fairly cut and dry too. The dimensions, 32 pages, color glossy, 10,000, 20,000, 30, I don't, like how many.
So we identify 3 or 4 or 5 printers in the regional area, and we invite them to bid.
So does this 30,000 cover that?
I don't know.
Well, let's leave it in the budget now. Let's see if we can find something out by our next week Thursday.
Because
I will not
if
be
this
here
is
next
done
week.
this year, we're gonna cover that this year, correct? So with this 30,000.
That's technically a 25 budget, I
Yep,
think.
yeah,
I think we'll hopefully have them
25
printed. I mean, I know there's again, I've never printed a brochure before, but it's getting close to being done. Month or 2, and then we have to go through get it approved by the state to make sure it's decent to put on display at, and amongst other things. And I don't know what the turnaround time is, but I think that's a 2025 budget issue.
So this 30,000 looks good to everybody?
Wouldn't even be on here if it's a 25 issue, then this is a 26.
Yeah, are we gonna do another budget? Are we gonna do another brochure in 26?
Nope. Arnie,
The only thing I would think would be reprints,
Ordering more.
possibly, like we might
So
not
it
want to
shouldn't even
order.
be on this budget.
You think we'll be doing it this year?
Yes. I'm not guaranteeing, I'm not trying to be
You're
funny.
shooting for November.
I mean, we've got the
It's not gonna
brochure.
happen this year.
It's not gonna, okay.
Yeah.
I don't see
We
any
print
way
it, but
tomorrow
almost
it's gonna
probably
happen.
won't pay it until January, February, even if we do print it this year.
Right.
Yeah. We'll have 30
Yeah.
days on
Hang on.
payment structure, so
Okay.
that's fine. Let's just keep that going.
Yeah.
Let's keep 30 in there and let's get some.
So
quotes
what
and
if
go
the
from there.
brochure is completed as the target date was the end of November? Will it come out of 25 or 26?
You
If
say
it gets printed, then they'll send us an invoice, we'll most probably pay it in January, February. We'll pay it in
Yeah.
the 26 budget.
that's the way it probably should be. I mean,
Yeah.
if we budget for it, then that's where the money's coming from. But if getting close to the end of the year,
Well, sure it
get
is.
done.
Yeah, and, you
And
know,
I agree with Barry that, I don't see it coming that soon in December, so.
Well, even if it does, it'll still. be
They'll
paid
invoice
probably
us and we'll,
January,
yeah,
so.
we'll, pay it out of the, 2026 budget in January, so.
And once the graphics are all completed, it has to go to, it's not Carrie, who is it, Eric, for approval, so they can.
Yeah, I have that information, but yeah, it's a pretty informal, they look through and make sure there's nothing inappropriate in there.
Like bad words or anything.
Yeah,
Now, this is one of them, the line item, Perry County brochure is one I put as table, because of the price, because of the amount, 30,000. Was you gonna look more into that, or can I take this table off?
Don't leave it in there.
Just leave it in,
Yeah, leave it in there.
okay. So there's 2 questionable things for that, so, do we need a motion to table it? We just do it.
table it. What do we table?
We're gonna keep the $30,000 in there for the
30,000,
brochure for
okay.
26.
Yeah.
I'm gonna leave it in there.
Yeah.
Just leave it in there, so.
Okay, let's go down to the trade show booth.
Oh.
5,000.
That's those pull-ups.
so yeah, these are pull-ups, it's like 31 by 6 foot tall, and I've designed 3 different ones. This one's got a map, and anywho, it's more cultural and buildings and stuff. Then we have one that kind of highlights our river, the Ohio River, and our lakes, swimming and fishing. And then this is outdoor hiking and stuff.
I have questions.
And they're for the pull downs, they roll up and you pull them down. It takes a minute, and they're approximately $300 a piece. Actually, a little under that. I think $275. I don't know about shipping and handling from a company, and so that's $1,000.
Is that to her in Indy?
What's that?
Is that to her in Indy? The quote that you have there?
No.
Because she figured that on using the same hardware.
Yeah, this is
You're talking about 3 new units.
3 new units that are
There is a cost for us to put a booth in, right? should that be two separate items or?
So I
That's
assumed that was,
merchandise you're talking there that we display or something we buy to display.
so I assumed the trade show booth was actually the physical, like we'd have banners or whatever we had at the booth.
Yeah,
That is as opposed to the trade show costs under travel expenses.
Oh,
Or-
okay.
Yeah,
Booth is actually the backdrop, you
yeah.
know, and I think the three quotes there are three quotes that I gave you, or I maybe haven't given those to you yet, but it's actually a sleeve and that you can actually pull it over the metal brace and you can change them out.
Yeah, there's some things like these are a little bit easier to set up and they would just be,
Easy.
Those
Easy.
will go on a tabletop though. That's not a booth.
How tall are those?
those are like, so this is 31.5 inches right there.
Right.
So that they're like 6 feet high.
That's what I thought.
So I mean, they're pretty impressive,
So
and
that you're looking at as behind your booth.
yeah, you'd have
You
like
have
two
your
of them here and then
table.
one back there.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then brochures and it kind of highlights all aspects
That's
of the
what he's
county. Yeah.
looking at as for his backdrop of
is
his booth.
5,000 enough in there?
No, I think 1,000 would be enough for those.
Oh, no.
1,000?
No, let's leave it.
These are $300 a piece. They print them, and it's a roll out thing, and
I'd still leave the full amount in there because I think we'll end up going with a real booth.
Well, and
You
here's,
can use those for other things as well.
yeah.
Absolutely, you could use them at the Schweitzer Fest, you could use them
Exactly.
everywhere. 2 to 1.
here's
Maybe-
gonna be my argument for Eric here and him judging that he's gonna be doing these.
Yeah.
So his thought process of what a booth is and what he would have as his booth, he's not looking at extravagant. Does that make sense?
So you're looking at a 9-foot table setting in front of your panels where you can have your brochures all lined up, right?
Mhm.
Table like this.
Yeah.
With a tent, with a tent,
Well, this is inside,
it's,
so I don't know
it's
if you need,
inside,
yeah.
okay.
That's what he's got, I think.
I don't like that idea, but I'm just one vote.
I-
I think we'll be very dissatisfied. over
I
time.
think that the pictures are impressive, and I took every single one of them. I could say, that's the Ohio River. Where's that? That's Indian Lake. There's so many neat aspects of our county in these things that are right behind me. I've got my new brochures, and I'm talking to you about it. What else do we need?
But if you have the
Giveaways.
entire
Yeah, we can
unit,
get
if
some
you have
giveaways
the
too.
entire unit, you can still do that.
Yeah,
And you can switch out the sleeves.
I guess these are,
He's
they're
looking
permanent,
at
but they're
these.
somewhat timeless too. Like there's nothing on there that's going anywhere. in
Let's
this
just
county.
keep 5,000 in there,
Okay.
and then that gives us some leeway.
We give it some wiggle room to
Yeah.
whatever.
And
Eric,
Cindy, maybe
you know what?
we come back and do a big backdrop on it too, somewhere down the road.
But I just want to be clear, that is not a booth.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Okay, promo items, giveaways, $5,000.
Perfect.
Billboard,
No, we have quite a few pens and stuff back there, yeah.
Yeah, those towels and stuff. Yeah.
Well, you wanna keep 5 in there, just to keep it in there?
I don't know if it's necessary.
1,000?
I'd say that would get it. Like if we had any kind of shirt made, or I don't think we
That's 1,000.
nearly spend
Take
$5,000.
1,000.
We have
1,000.
plenty of Pick Perry shirts.
1,000, okay.
We're getting ready to use
Billboard signage or whatever.
That's on
10,000.
every year. Are we gonna actually do that this year?
Well,
I got the info. I'm ready to spend some
have
money.
you, we have billboards up already. We don't, but other people do that I've seen. Caddy Carter from CBS, there's a signage
Well,
there.
that's digital, yeah.
There's also the 4-H, maybe, we could rent a space on that instead of us putting our own up. We can rent spaces for the ones that already have that and put Perry County CVB or whatever.
Chris is not here. He quoted us what it was going, 340 is going through my mind a month. on that digital sign.
And Dr. Brockman signed.
Yes, that's the number going through my head.
That's through Scott Strobel. He's the
Okay.
one that's handling the,
But
Ad
what's
space
the
rental.
location?
Yeah, are you
That's
talking,
it.
is that what we're
Right,
talking
Catty
about?
corner to CVS.
But that's not where we want it.
Right, I'm just saying that's, if we would, that's what Stan was talking about,
Well,
that
so it
advertisement.
may-
If we
Do
put our
this.
own up, it's gonna be a lot of money.
yes,
But-
it is.
I mean, we could do that, but people have their own up. I'm just saying.
You're talking about find somebody out on the interstate that's got one and we win it off of them? Is that what you're saying?
Right, you're buying time.
Yeah. I wish there was one right there off of, 37 someplace,
So
you
that's-
know? But,
Prime
Yeah, we
Real
can-
Estate,
Yeah,
37
yeah.
Message in the
north,
right place.
37 between Indy and French Lick is where
There's a really nice,
southbound.
but that's putting their own up, right?
Oh,
You say there is
no, no.
somebody that's got a electronic signage that they can
Not out through
not
there.
out through there. I didn't
I'm just
think-
saying what we'd ideally be looking for.
Are we just looking at a billboard?
are you talking
or-
about paper billboard or are you talking about digital billboard?
Digital.
Oh, you'd be talking a
Electronic.
couple of $100,000 if you do that.
I'm not saying we put our own up. I'm saying that
We buy
we
time on
utilize
somebody else's.
somebody else's that's got it up. Like the one across from the CVS, catty corner from
But there's
CVS.
no one that has it up, other than that one. And I think they're looking,
4-H Fair has it.
right, but those both are located in an area.
Legion has one.
Well, I think it would be fair to say that we're getting a new website design, you know, probably. We're getting a new brochure. We're gonna show them who we are, and then we could table that expense, and then in a year or two, we could look into billboards, or go with one. I don't
I don't
know. It's a-
disagree with
yeah.
that at all. I mean, we can, we just
I-
forget it for now.
I think
Zero that out.
let's take it off. We got so much in the
Yeah.
hopper right now. It's
Yeah.
just- let's get a couple of years under our feet and,
Mhm.
and wait this out and we're,
Now that goes for paper billboards and digital. We're taking them both off.
I would think so.
Yeah.
Sure.
Where would you,
Do
I
we
mean,
wanna vote on it?
a paper one, you'd have to do it on 64 or something. We don't want it in
Well, I've
town.
checked in
Good,
Indianapolis and Cincinnati and Nashville and Chicago. I mean, you can get billboards everywhere. I'm just throwing that out there because I'm gonna mark that off my list.
How much,
it
but have you
Depends
ever,
on the market area.
well, I tell you what,
I know.
they can be really, really expensive.
Have you thought about talking with Scott Dixon and see if
I
he'll let us
agree.
put one up on his property? That's on 64, correct?
We need
Oh.
farther out though, right? Or no?
Well, I mean, everybody's got their different, I mean, you put Perry County in St. Louis, Missouri, they have no clue. I mean, you'd have to have so much information on there.
I agree with all the other stuff we're doing, the digital marketing and stuff. Yeah, let's just not try to overwhelm ourselves for the first year and get that going. I'd say just zero without them. Do we want to vote on it or does everybody agree or what?
It's just a planning session. We don't have to vote on it, do we?
Yeah, I agree. I think so. I think we got enough in the works right now. Let's, not that we
So that's
shouldn't do
just
it in the
taking it
future. Let's just hold off for another year.
So we take it off?
Yeah.
Okay. Take it-
The subtotal of that advertising is $86,900. Is that what you got, Barry?
Yeah. All right, on to equipment. I added, we got a laptop listed. I added printer and drone to our equipment list. Is there anything
Is
else?
that drone gonna be this year or next year?
Well, it could be this year. It could be-
Yeah, hopefully the drone will be this year.
Okay.
They're kind of sold out everywhere, but I do have some prices
That's a
on.
good point, yeah.
And cell phone, we want
That's
cell
what I was gonna
phone.
say,
Yeah.
that's what I
Cell
had
Cell
added.
phone.
Cell phone?
Yeah.
Now, will that be for 2025 as well, possibly?
Yes, I thought,
Okay, drones 2025, cell phone 2025,
right.
printer for 2026.
And laptop, correct?
Yeah, and possibly desktop. I mean, not in addition to a laptop, but
No, I agree. We need a desktop.
Yeah,
There's a whole different realm.
and you kind of get more for what you pay for in a, because the portability of a
Are you gonna
laptop.
get a laptop and a desktop?
No, just a desktop, I
Just a
believe.
desktop.
I think that, or,
Desktop,
I would like, and that's just me.
Yeah.
To talk to the county and because there's a laptop or a desktop sitting. We own a desktop. It's
Yeah.
just, we could get it, just the tower. We wouldn't need the whole thing, but we own one already. I just think a desktop for him, but that's my opinion. I
Well, if
would
he
have to
gets
have
the
one if I
cell
was in an
phone, I mean,
office.
that's
I'd have
the
to
number,
have
that's gonna be yours. You can take pictures, you can do videos, you can do
Yeah.
all kind of things with that. So that will be with you at all times. So you
Yeah.
can get your emails, text messages, all of that.
yeah.
so,
The printer.
I'll look into a printer and the costs on that and have those,
Printers aren't that expensive.
something comparable to what we have, I
You can
believe,
get an
correct?
inkjet color printer,
Smaller,
office,
smaller.
collates and everything for under $1,000.
Do you need anything
It's 500.
about publishing or anything like that?
There might be some editing software that I could use for like, once I
Yes,
get into video
absolutely.
and stuff. I haven't even, looked into it. I mentioned something to Shiraz with the PCDC the other day, cause he does excellent video work. He's got a journalism background and just some, as far as mics and equipment and stuff like that we'll be getting into.
so,
I don't think any of those expenses will be astronomical, but 1,000. Yeah.
Okay, now I
Software.
want
Okay.
to clarify this. If we get a drone, the CVB will own any video that you take on that piece of equipment.
Mm-hmm.
That's correct.
Gotcha.
So we would have a drone and, cell phones.
that drone comes out of this year's
Right.
budget. though.
So-
We don't even put that in there.
Well, we ought to put his, equipment in there, put in there, editing equipment, $1,000. We ought
So,
to
yeah,
add that.
software is
Software.
what I put. It's
Yeah.
that same thing. Okay.
Eric, what kind of camera do you have?
A Nikon, several Nikons, and a D5 and two
But you
D3Ss.
just recently bought a new one, right?
Yeah, that was the
That,
D5.
that's your favorite.
It's pretty good. It's the D3Ss are excellent cameras too. You can
So
hammer
how
nails
much
with
money, how much dollars on the software?
Or 1,000.
1,000.
I'd put 1,000 in there for that.
1,000?
Does that be enough there?
I think so. Yeah, that's
So under the equipment, then what, for 2026, we still gotta have the laptop in there for 3, and then the software for 1,000,
And a printer.
and a printer for 1,000.
You guys, I'm gonna toss this out here. I think that we should buy Eric a camera. Because it's not fair for him to use a camera that he uses for his business for the CVB. It's not fair to him.
Here's my thinking, and he's contracted.
Yeah.
So he has his business that he's doing this. That's the way I look at it.
Besides
And
that,
he may disagree
he's
with me.
always carrying his camera and he doesn't want to switch cameras. If you see something, you take pictures. So what do you think, Eric?
Yeah, I'm fine with it. The county garage, the highway department mechanics all have their own tools and stuff. Those aren't the tool, and those guys are, not privately contracted mechanics, I don't believe. They're county employees. So, I'm fine with using my own equipment. The drone is something that if I wanted a drone, I'd have a drone, but, I just feel the need for it for this position to highlight this county and everything. And that's another thing I need to get my drone certificate is $175 to make it official so I can do commercial work and not.
We probably need to put that in the budget somewhere too, by the way.
We're gonna do that.
And that'll be this year.
That's gonna be this year.
Yeah.
That'll be-
25.
Mhm.
What about
That'd
the
be
Having a
cell?
moment
What do you
there.
say about
Be
the
our
cell
next
phone?
meeting.
I think the
I
cell
won't be
phone
here.
will be this
That's
year
surgery. I won't
too.
be here next
Um,
week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hopefully, that's,
Good luck
yeah.
with your surgery.
The drone
I'd say,
itself.
I mean,
I'm ready. gone
So
on too
let's
long.
talk about what's going on this year. We're talking drone, talking laptop, we're talking phone, talking printer. Or is printer in 26 or is printer now?
I think the printer and the laptop could wait till 2026, just because we've got a lot of stuff going on to get the
So-
brochure done, the new website, and then kind of shop around for those in the slower months.
So we got three things, the cell phone, the drone, something else. I just said
The
it.
printer,
The print-
or no, that's 26.
Yeah, just the drone and the cell phone.
Yeah.
So what, does he have the authority to go buy that now?
The
What's-
drone,
We,
Yeah. I actually asked him to get, some quotes
he's
and
got
get,
quotes that we're gonna do at the next meeting.
But we have to vote on it at the meeting to approve the purchase?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want to make sure we're keeping this thing.
Yeah, yeah.
Running.
You've got just about everything ready for your
we're getting,
drones.
we're getting already. a
iPhone and
vote on
everything.
that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So once we get the board approval, then you go buy it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't-
Yeah, yeah. We wanna do that next Thursday.
Okay, on the equipment, I got a subtotal of $5,000.
That's what I got.
Okay, for a grand total, I have $233,305.
I think
Okay,
that's a good budget.
and then
200, how
the
much?
difference between
233,305.
income and expenses is we're plus $5,000, $5,399. So we can actually go up on the additionals, Barry,
I'm sorry.
on the additionals that I have for,
Yep.
because if I take that 53 out there, we're gonna be in the red.
Right.
So I could put that as 50 instead of 53.
Yeah.
Thousand,
Yeah,
okay? And that will give us a total, of a plus $2,399. So that,
One last question. I think this is a really, really good exercise. But the only other question that I would have, just food for thought, should we stick some money in a category for unexpected
contingencies.
Miscellaneous. or-
contingency? Yeah,
as it
I
comes,
agree.
as it comes up during the year, we know we got money in
We
our
do.
account.
we do. And I think, I
Just
think
like,
that's a good point. I mean, we can approve it as
just
a
like the
board.
county does, when the county council, there's additionals that we have to take out of the general fund.
Okay.
And it's a formal thing with that. But since we're kind of separate from separate entity, basically, I consider that additional out of our fund, our main banking account, basically. I mean, we could, but we don't know what that number would be.
We really don't. It'd
No.
be a shot in the dark.
Yeah.
It would. Yep. All right.
So, it looks good. I'll, clean this up and send everybody, a copy of it. And, we got two items that we're gonna be looking at, the Indiana State Festival Association and the Perry County brochures. Those are the two items were questioned, get figures off of from Eric.
So if the brochure goes over $30,000 cost, we can pull it from those funds from somewhere else, right? We have a miscellaneous, like Barry said,
Oh, I
right?
mean, we've got.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, because I want to be sure
We
that
can
Eric
write
and I are
that
not
check.
wasting our time on it.
Yeah. I mean, this is only an estimate, and we don't know what we don't know.
That's pretty, that's
Are
pretty.
we,
We gonna adjourn?
It's gonna be good,
if
Stevie.
everybody's ready?
It's gonna be good. We need a list of all the cabin owners. That's what we're holding firm on that, so.
All right, do we need a motion to approve what we've done so far on the budget then?
I think we're
You
holding,
wanna-
No, I think we need a
I
motion to
think,
adjourn.
just
approve
FYI,
it as is now, yeah.
just
And there'll be
FYI.
some changes for, next week because Eric's gotta get some final totals in there, but, yeah.
Well, let's approve it as is and then get a
Yeah.
first, a second, and we'll vote on it.
I'll make a motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
Anyone opposed? All carried. Motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
We adjourn.
Just FYI, guys, I'm not gonna be here next week.
Okay.
Don't call me.